Hello, greetings and salutations. Welcome back to some more Limbus company. A little bit of a late start and a bit of a technical issue. Resolved now. That's good. We are back to playing through Canto 4. I think we're going to get to the end today. Kinda thought we might last stream. We didn't. I think we will today. Not certain though. Not certain. Don't know for sure. What was it? Hey, there's something else cool because I've been working my way through. I recently did another tunnel of how the new arena ideas like. Hey, I mean, kinda close. You get a post. I just hit 1 or 2, and battle pass, which means that since last stream I hit 100, which has a season 7 3-star guaranteed deck extraction ticket. Quite a mouthful if I don't say so myself, or if I do say so. Either way, if I don't or if I do. I haven't used it yet. I was saving it. I cannot make up my. I uninstalled it. HSR uninstalled Arknight. Just uninstalled. Oh, wow. I couldn't get Rihanna. Oh. I mean, I used shouts for him, but I didn't actually really do very many polls, I don't think. I'm trying to decide, like, technically we can wait to use this, but I was honestly thinking, I honestly thought people saying he did massive damage with no, they're not glazing him. He's insane. I was thinking it would be a fun way to start the stream, though, to use this 3-star guarantee deck extraction ticket. I was also looking, do I want to like save, because I think in like 2 days or something a new banner comes out. Could use it after that, but I have the characters from the Steam news page pulled up, and honestly I don't think I feel that strongly either way about these two characters. I mean, they look neat, but neat isn't. Season 7. Wait, season 7. This is season 7. Isn't right now season 7? Oh, am I wrong? I think right now is season 7. Greetings, Shadow. She's just as good as Indexy soon. So okay. My understanding is that I assume, honestly, if I wait, then there's like more identities that I can get from the, but I'm just getting one anyways, and I think any of the season 7 identities will be good, so I think I just do it. I know you can do it in. I completed the pass, but due to financial reasons I couldn't buy it, and that's happened to me in games before. but let's do it. Let's do it. For me, one thing is, if I'm going to spend money on one of these games, I didn't know this is bad app as I held down. I only just found out this bad app. Three. My head was. My head was. My head was. Over one of them. Number one.
함께 파헤쳐 볼까요? 당신에게 남은 생명의 물동을.
Okay. Okay. There's one. How about two? Okay, duplicate. Three.
전파 차단기 불량.
What is this one?
긴급 차폐압.
Otis?
또 불량.
A 3-star
라이플
Otis.
압력 조절 장치는 이것도 불량이고.
LCA Udrat, a Vanguard Team 3 leader. That's a good ID for Otis. Wow. Wow. Nice Tremor thinking. Okay, wait. Let's look at these. Okay, I don't remember what I've looked at this one's skill before. Bleed, defense down, offense defense level up. An indiscriminate version as well. Oh, interesting. Do you have reinforced? I don't. I now have. Because I think. Ooh, he give. Oh wait, I spent all of my Faust shards. Oh. Do you? Oh wait, no. He looks interesting. Need to like up tie him and stuff. I spent a lot of like, I think I spent a bunch of data on the data from that event on some thread. I think that's where I got 327. Oh, hey, that skill has a Boone mentioned. 5 Boone there. I like Boone. Not exactly a Boone team. What kind of team do you want to run? Boone is my favorite, though I won't say it's my best team. Oh, before the House of Spiders, Rena Princess Faust uses its skill 3. The House of Spider, the nearest father uses Hanlu, uses Smai, and Faust once. Ooh. Should I try for Faust then if I get this one? Do you think it's worth it? I have some spear pearls. I also really like the she's the one on the current this is here, right? I think this one looks really cool. I like her design. Almost a dollar-like appearance, somewhat, if you know what I mean. Why don't we say a doll-like appearance with like an Iron Maiden-esque flair? I'm going to do some of these tickets. See if I can get her. And if I don't care too much. I might get something else beneficial. Pinky Sinclair index files. Yeah, I can always shout her later. And then we'll do one more. Boom.
공평하게 죽음을.
Who is this? T Association South Section 5 Heathcliff. Interesting. Interesting. Should I keep pulling for the ring? That is a tough call. I might see if I run another mirror dungeon combined with progress on stream today, I might be able to get enough to do at least one more set of 10 pearls on that. So I also got Ujat Vanguard Timothy. What is sinking a Tramir? Also gaining aggro to the skill slot next turn. LCA fracture round. What's blue sand? Okay, I see. Does she? So she's kind of sinking a focus with some Tramiras around. Interesting. I don't. Actually, she might be good with House of Spiders index news value, because he cares about the amount of sinking on the target. Maybe. Not going to use her today, but I might actually look into building her. Cool. Okay, let's go. You can see I've spent all of my stuff on the event. Maybe we'll get a little more today. Who knows? 80 there. But I have gotten a lot of the good stuff, I think, from it. Okay, so we're on the 3rd floor. We were just, I guess, spiraling in on the 3rd floor. Right, we have to use, which I'm not complaining about having to use my Yisane on the soul. Oh, I'll just shed some tears that it's going to make me use this Yisane. So sad. Yeah. Right, we were using the Don Quixote as support. You know, Is this one's season 7? This is one I would have actually really liked from the Tanapul. I was really enjoying here last time. Also, Dan Quixote is like one of my favorite characters in this game. So, I mean, we'll go with that team.
개체 유형 확인.
Oh, I don't remember if we got any like big ego gifts that change what order I should be arranging my characters. A flower to flower. Not attacking the flower.
개체
There we go.
진행하겠습니다. 필연적.
Got dupes for 26 pearls and still no season 7 IDs. Sorry, I mean, I think that is a very reasonable choice, Shaolin.
소각되었습니다.
Honestly, a lot of the seasons 7 stuff, maybe I'm wrong, but a lot of them look really powerful to me compared to some of the earlier season stuff. I don't actually know from my short time playing this game how severe power creep has been over the course of it, but it feels like the current season and last season of both have been pretty powerful on average, but I'm not certain. Some games face more problems with power creep than other games. Are you looking forward to the next Reunites project Moon teased them under Socialist 2? Are you referring it to
정해진 운명이 결정. 해봄.
the Radian, the Ringercat docent or something, and Muso Ringercat student? Those two? Yes. Just a few, like 15 minutes before the stream started, I was looking at them. They're like bleed and sinking, which I'm like, I could go either way on. I didn't have like time to like thoroughly examine their abilities. I was just like, oh, let me see if I can quickly check out if there's any information on this before I get going on my stream in a few. But they're like my initial impressions is like I'm kind of whatever on bleed sinking as a strategy.
이번에도 치령의 뜻은 본인과
But
같군.
I haven't really gotten to look into how they play other than that they interact with, that they do stuff with those statuses. Both of them do bleed sinking, right? Or am I misremembering it? 1 second, I have it open right here. Yeah, bleed sinking. Yeah, and they both do bleed sinking. I don't hate bleed sinking. It's just not something that catches my eye particularly. Yeah.
해체 어각. 진행하겠습니다.
몸이 유쾌하게 그대 선택받았으니
해체. 소각되었습니다.
They also look like they deal with like a couple new statuses, Marled Kali or something. I don't know what that's about because I haven't. Oh, one left, one wave. Okay, we'll just.
진행하겠습니다.
넌 푸름을 틔울
Yep.
수도 없겠구나. 내 명을 들은 시비수.
Here we go.
결집이다.
It's like 3 battles with no story between. Kinda strange. I think my favorite of the like statuses and stuff after Burn might be Poise. I kinda like crit builds in games. Wait, I'm not misremembering things. Poise is crit in this, right? It does kinda critical stuff, right? Let me double check. Once this is over. It's just Poise isn't the name of a status I'm used to in other games, so... There's a chance I'm mixing it up with a different status. Boost critical hit chance. Oh yes, it is. I just sometimes get worried I'm going to make a fool of myself calling one thing when it's actually another thing.
대체 억압 진행하겠습니다. 걷잡을 수 없이.
Like if I was saying, oh,
정해진 운명이라네.
I'm building a critical ability with Rapture. That would be silly.
초월.
Just completely nuked the Canto 918 bass with Furioso replica. I can believe it. I can believe that. I think we just stick with the same support. Let's go onward. Yep. Oh, participant limit 5 out of 7. Okay, we can add 2 more. I am thinking Liu Association Radia and Heishao Pak Otis. The other 2 I'm considering are potentially Pinky Sinclair or... No, I don't really have a team to make use of Ishmael. Let's just do these.
개체 유형 확인.
Add a bone unit and a good unit.
어리석은 내 벗이여. 떠나기로 결정했나?
Okay, we're back to the story. Here we go. Have you decided to leave, my foolish companion?
나를 붙잡는 것이 아닌
They were words not meant to persuade me, but merely to pounce at me.
아픔은 없었으나
Although
흔적은
they did not hurt, they may have left a mark.
돌아갈 곳도 없으면서 비틀거리는
You
그
have
몸뚱이로
nowhere to return to, and you're dragging that tottering body along.
어디에 닿든
Do you truly believe you will find a place to call home? Wherever you might go.
부디
Enjoy your rest then.
황혼이 돼.
I'll return once twilight arrives.
그렇게 나는 나의 마지막 벗으로
With
남아있던
that,
구보마저
I
떠나버렸어.
pouted from Gubo, who was my last remaining compatriot.
철저하게 혼자가
I
되는 것이지.
was thoroughly isolated.
맞아. 이렇게 우리 모두가 혼자가 되었지.
That's right. With this, we all ended up alone. I couldn't beat Ricardo? I don't know. With the Furioso replica, unfortunately. Okay, that sounds scary then.
그리고 나서야
Only then,
마침내
at long
내
last,
차례가 온 거야.
my turn had come.
이제 동랑 씨가 유리
This
기술을
is the part where
차례예요.
Mr. Dan Grain hands the glass technology over to Keiko.
잠깐이나마 구인회였던 저희는
We were in the league's shoes, if only for a short while, so we know what's going on.
그런데 어린아이
But
장난감 같다는
I
말은
must
좀 섭섭하네.
say, it's a bit disheartening to hear you call them children's playthings.
동물도 사람이랑 똑같이
You won't be
아픔을 느끼는
saying
걸로
that
안다면
once you
그런
learn
말은
that
함부로 못 쓰고.
animals feel pain exactly like we do.
동랑, 네가 도시의 모든
연그란,
작정이
Don't
아니라
make a clumsy attempt unless you're planning to save everyone in the city.
고작 이런 기술로
If I
구조할
had
수
this
있다고
measly
생각하면
technology,
난 진짜
had what it takes to give every single person the help they needed, I would have given my all for it.
하지만
But
그런다고
do you think that'll change anything?
여전히
The whole it will still be a terrible mess. It was perfectly fine to be hurt.
나 혼자 무언가를
I didn't have to strain my body and out trying to cure
정말
things.
멍청했다.
I was so stupid, wasn't I?
그럼 고향 땅으로 돌아가서
Then you
너
should
혼자
have
혈압
braced
때문에
for it.
죽었어야지.
Have the guts to bite your tongue and to die if you couldn't stand to survive alone in the hometown.
그래. 동랑 씨는
Yeah. Yep, that looks like done grains.
왜 그렇게 놀라? 소문은 들었을 거 아니야. 우리 나에게의 특이점에 대해.
How are you? I am doing great. Doing fantastic. Alfonso. Have I voiced Alfonso before? I can't remember. I am going to do a new voice for Alfonso. Let's see, can I hear that again?
왜 그렇게 놀라? 소문은 들었을 거
Why
아니야.
the surprise? You have heard stories about Halloween's singularity. Looking at it in
또
person
감회가 새로워서
felt different as all.
될 줄은 몰랐네.
I didn't think I would come all the way here.
그래.
Yeah, most have similar reactions. So,
네가 할수
can you remind me of what you can do?
아, 제가 가능한 기술에 대해 설명부터
To
드리자면
start with an explanation of the technology I invented.
구인에서 온 인재라고
My
들었는데
expectations are particularly high, since I heard you a member of the League of Nine. That Yunji is still missing, is that right? Yes, he is.
뭐
Nice
와일드건
shadow.
아쉽지만 그 멤버 중 하나라도 건질 수
Well,
있어서
it's
다행이야.
a shame about the league disbanding, but it's fortunate we managed to recruit one of them.
구인회는
The League of Nine
그늘이 되어주네요.
always serves as a plentiful shade, doesn't it? Then and now.
그러고 보니 예전에
By the way,
이렇게
this reminds me of a thing that would cry at me like this in the past.
동남?
Dangran?
그러니까 제가 이곳에 온
Oh. I mean, the reason I've come here is... Roll it from an A, understand? Nice.
동랑 씨를 보고 울던 것.
The Athena that used to cry at Dungran.
누렁이 말이죠.
He must mean the yellow calf.
뭐 하는 거예요?
What are you doing now?
구인회는
The
흩어졌고
League of Nine has
끝났어요.
disbanded, and the play is over. You're not your reign anymore.
그러게요.
You're right. I guess I got too amused and felt like I was one of your companions for a second.
당신은 바라던 것을 이뤘다고
You said you
말하는데
fulfilled your
아무리
wish,
생각해도 그게 아닌 것
but it
같아서요.
didn't seem that way to me, no matter which way I looked at it.
누렁이를 살릴 때
Did you feel the
그런
same when you
마음이에요?
saved that calf?
함부로 말하지 말아줄래요?
Will you watch
제가 못
your
가는 바람을
words?
아니었어요.
I didn't save the calf expecting a reward.
누가 모르냐? 발표 죽기 직전 걔가 우는 걸 보고 마음이 내키는 대로
You
그냥
think
풀어준
we
거잖아.
don't know that?
우리가
We
번갈아가면서
saved the
우유먹이고
poor
그러는데
creature right before it got crushed to death, 'cause you felt like it. I remember when we took turns feeding it milk.
그때는 대가 없이
I
무언가를
believed
세상에
that it would be okay to save lives without a price back then.
아무래도 그날 서각기에서 태워진 건
I guess it wasn't just my woke that burned away in the incinerator that day.
내 마음속에
My mind's garden I had been tending and
타버렸어.
to burned down with it. This is like one of the reasons I find the idea of the concept incinerator to be so kind of horrifying.
행적을 돌이켜보니 우리 모두가 많은 걸 잃고 있었어.
Taking a backward glance at our trails, all of us have been suffering great losses,
보아야 할 것을
failing to
못
see
보고 한 채로.
what needed to be seen.
미안하오.
Allow me to apologize for casting only slantwise glances.
망가지고 있는
We were all falling into ruin all the same,
없었다는 걸.
and you were no different. I did not realize it then.
누렁이는
I wonder, do you think the cow is peacefully grazing grass somewhere right now?
그래. 돌아오지 않는 너를 기다리고 있을 거다.
I'm sure of it. He'll be waiting for you, even if you won't go back.
못 알아볼 거.
I don't think it'll recognize me.
옛날이랑은
I've changed too much from who I was in the past. Yeah,
당신 말이 맞아요.
you're right.
제
All of the
직장은
trophies
최우수
and
상품을 못
awards on my desk praising my excellence are empty husks,
화려하게 빛나고 있지만
although
그
they
안엔 아무것도 없는 껍데기. 내가 구인회가 아니었다면 얻을 수조차
don't
없었을 껍데기.
think I didn't notice that. Dan Green who denies all. Don't think I didn't notice that. I don't think I didn't notice the name change. Let me.
화려하게 빛나고 있지만 그 안엔 아무
Although they dazzle gloriously, they're empty inside. They're empty husks. I couldn't have ever gotten if I weren't a member of the league.
그래서 난 사진이 좋았어.
That's why
사진은
I liked photographs.
담겨 있잖아.
They contain my image in all its honesty.
어느 날부터 하늘을 올려다보면
For however long, when I look up at the sky, I can't see a thing. It's like I'm under a giant shadow.
동랑 씨 누구랑 이야기를 하고 있는 거죠?
Who is Mr. Dungrain talking to? This time, it doesn't seem to be me.
나 이제 알 것 같소.
Hmm? Really? Oh, I can never tell if Don Quixote is being serious or being imaginative. I might know what is about to transpire.
저자는 지금 뒤틀림을 향해
Oh.
가고 있군.
Oh, okay. Yes, I think you're correct. That man is heading toward distortion.
네. 그리고
Certainly.
뒤틀린 것은
And
정책의
the
단계가
distortion
아니라 과정일 수도 있어요.
might not be the tumness, but rather a step in a process.
그럼
Then,
저희가
is there any way we can help
침상이 물리적으로 발현되는
to stop him from going astray in the space where mental images take physical form?
그러면 자연히
As we do,
제 기림을
he will
납득하는
naturally
순간이
come to
오죠.
accept that what lies ahead in his path.
그게
That is
도와주는
how we
방법입니다.
can help him.
돈 키호테.
You know, then Green looks a little
이번 전투를
different.
잘 마치면 칭찬해주겠어.
Just a little bit. Oh no, I was like, what's this condition he has? Oh wait. It's for my people. Targeted by downgrade, gain 2 bind if returned and take 50% plus 50% damage from downgrade. It seems my cuff button isn't working. Huh. What's going on with that? Oh, I think I know why it's not working. Okay. I had to manually mute because I was sneezing. Meanwhile, my cuff button is much easier. Okay, now it's working. Fantastic. Don't want to sneeze into the microphone. Okay, so I am going to do we want him to target one specific character? I care least about you, so wait, actually, where is I actually want to use this, I think.
시비수에게 명한다. 이 앞에 숨지는 누구 하나 사이를 보내지 마라.
걷잡을 수 없이 타올라라.
Oh, that's a cool attack. I'll always love it.
발정, 해금, 좋아.
지령에게 불확실한 것은 없네.
Okay. So Oh no! Deal a 50% damage to targets with empty mouth. Clash lose, gain a fragile, heal by damage dealt if the target has empty mouth gain. Orange is kinda weak. Oh, but I kinda think I still want to use the flower anyways to power them up. It's weak. Oh, anyways, it's 2 orange. Never mind, it's not even a cherry. Okay, so I think I want to do it this way. Otis is the only one marked. We have Otis hit here and have other people target the other ones. Wait, which part is marked by the flower? Oh wait, no, it's all the same. Okay. We're going to go here and then here. 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 I might need to consider actually using an ego. I should have considered it there. I am sad that this team can't use what is one of my favorite egos I have, and that's Grago's and a Brilliant Glory. I find that one fun. Because it requires the extra planning. Okay, we've gotten through a chunk of the health. Currently, it is hard to see people behind other people. Sometimes I'm only seeing one mark though, I believe. Okay. Also, do we have any other information? I don't think we have any more information than we had last turn. Do I want to use any of these powers? I don't know what my support unit powers are. Okay, what is this? Book of a skill. Oh, I think that's more useful for a different than Kyoto. It does stuff with Blood Feast. I kinda want to... I'm looking at them. Okay, so I want to attack Otis and one of these, I think, and make sure other people attack these two. How did this work again? This microchip themed resident red microchip. Take plus 10% damage from Wrath and Envy skill. On a clash lose, gain a burn. I want to use it. Though wait, no, let's not. I don't want to use the sanity. I'm being a little wishy-washy, I know.
해체 억압 진행하겠습니다.
Ouch. Oh, look at him go. Look at those claws. I want that done, Kyoto. I want. Okay, we've got more things going on. What is this, stage 2? Sort of thing. Okay, things. Okay. Target a random unit and hit absorb 1 random positive status effect from the unit and gain its next turn. Apply 5 bleed. Inflict bleed. Heal, absorb a positive I don't like any of that. I don't like that at all. Oh, these are the same. A fruit of a tree of vanity with fruit of vanity. While this unit has earnest accomplishment, which it does, the following effects apply. Can only be defeated with Dawn Grain as attacks. If a sinew drops this unit's HP to 1, the sinew heals HP and this unit gains empty ammo. If Dawn Grain defeats this unit, he loses HP, gains an emptiness, and is weakened next turn. Oh! What's it? Dawn Grain gains a protection and an attack power up if this. Okay, so I want to attack them, even though I can't kill them. Okay, so we're attacking the flowers to flowers. Do I have any high attack weight? Sadness Supreme. I could use that now. It has some attack weight. I could also use that. Let's do both of those egos for the attack weight. You're very fast at... Oh man, you're much faster than me at the exploration. Shadow. Let's go here and here and last one. Last one, yeah. Yeah. Sure. Why not? Come on, break his accomplishments to pieces.
잠깐, 정지. 너 기념품을 두고 갔잖아. 거기 그대로 있어. 현아 기념품을 집어넣어 줄 테니까.
Wait, did I target him on the boss? I meant to... Oh, it's just because of the attack rates. It's basically just whacking around. Opening every chest you find. Yeah, but that takes time. It takes time.
불꽃으로 수놓은 이 별무리 속에 데려다 드릴 수는 없어도 끌어안아 별빛으로 만들어 드릴 수는 있답니다.
앞으로 둘.
Okay. Attacking the... I didn't succeed on that one, I don't think.
해금하겠네.
There's 2 left. This one still has an unist accomplishment. We need to get rid of it. Just figure out time travel. A fantastic idea. I'll get right on that. Sounds very easy too. Actually, wait. I think I want to make sure he does get an attack on each of these, right? So I'm going to do these 2. Oh. I want to make sure I kill this so that it gets a debuff, and we'll give him a debuff. And then do attacks on him. At least that's my idea. Yeah, whether it's a good idea, we'll rather see. How about this?
목을 떨궈주마. 결정 염화.
완료.
Okay, Radia beaten up the tree.
지리멸렬.
So, I want to do it. Oh no. Okay, we've got Furiosa replica. There's a guy in it. Isn't that in a monostat? Shadow. That's at the start of the game. Isn't the guy in the fountain in a monostat?
단번에 끝낸다.
Here we go. Furiosa replica.
소용 종료.
쓰러져?
I hate the DPS. Is this basically a DPS check, Feld?
딸아이도 이 상처를 기억하고 있으면 좋겠구려.
No, the flowers and... Sure. Sure. Unless... Figured out why he only shows up at night, does he? Do I want to use anything? Yeah.
베어내리.
다근달려라. 저
Oh, you
핵심들을
attack him too late. I know I can't kill the flower, but I don't want to. I don't want to lose. I don't want the. I want to do the prescripts for the flowers. Yeah. These one the flower. Okay, we're on to something else. I'm back. How's things going? Good question. Honestly, we're fighting resentful trees. Apparently, these things just spawned. Bone of Fruition. This unit. The unit that defeated this unit heals HP and gains haste and attack power up next turn. The unit that defeated this, okay. Okay, I'm guessing. Okay, so he's attacking 2 of the trees. I think I want to take those trees out if I can and attack him. I think I want to attack him and take the trees out. Maybe. Okay, let's see. Let's go. You there, you there. Oh, that's a fair point. I mean, I get the haste and attack power up if I defeat the tree, but that is also an option. You might want to use an ego for the boss's first skill to clash. Let's see. I haven't used any of the support units' egos. Maybe I use one of them. Which should I use of these two? I've never used Radsheet or Union Mirkala. In this phase, try don't focus tree. Try hit stand back. Okay. Let me just cancel this. Because in that case I'm changing strategy. And hit with this unit's skills of the target. 15 minutes. I can't decide. Just a moment, I'm looking at my egos. what about this one? I don't know if I follow that math, Shadow. Wait, which of these numbers is the clash power? I might be getting them mixed up. 1 second. Limbus Company clash power. I feel like I get some of these numbers mixed up is the problem. Okay, though I'm attacking with the flowers. And I'll decide on an ego in a moment. See, the thing is, I feel like at different points in time, I don't know whether I have a full understanding of parts of the UI. 1 second, I'm looking at the UI thing and make sure I understand part of the UI. And this actually isn't really helping. I'm going to use this one.
단번에 끝낸다.
I need to find a look at the thing with the UI because I'm worried I might be mixing up elements of the numbers in choosing abilities and stuff.
그저 하염없이 모든 피를 먹고.
It doesn't help that like between this is cool.
피어나라.
That is really cool. That's neat.
일곱, 앞으로 둘.
That is neat. The problem is especially in the first, like it's been so long since I played the tutorial and we sometimes go weeks without playing anything. It's an ego based on the book Calmilla and it's appropriate. Oh. I'm targeting the flower to the flowers here, but oh. Unless he has another phase, we might have this.
예측할 수 없게 운명적인
Don't forget to stay hydrated. I'll take a drink real quick. Yisane's skills gain +2 final power. When an ally dies, remaining allies gain a haste and an attack power up. Well, I'm glad. I mean, our Yisane here is pretty weak, so we can certainly use a stronger Yisane. You'll have to fight Dangrain again. Honestly, with the way things have been going, I kind of expected as much. Upon entry, you will no longer be able to travel to other nodes of the dungeon. Yisane will fully heal HP and have their SP reset to 0. Are you sure you want to proceed? He needs as many buffs as he can to support his work. It must hurt from all the queuing. Yeah. I think I've literally been like... Okay, I didn't go a couple of the places in that level. I've been through most of the dungeon. But I suppose down here I didn't go through... Can I go back there? No, I can't, right? I can only... You can always just go to settings and press the checkpoint if you need to reach. Okay, 7 characters. The only question is, like, we could switch one out for House of Spiders, but I like this team. Let's go with this team.
확인.
그렇구나. 난 아마 죽어가겠지.
Let me turn the volume back up. So it comes to this. I'll probably die soon.
그렇게
In such a peaceful place. What?
뭐 정말이네요.
You're right.
역시 못 알아보잖아.
Doesn't recognize me.
비록 지금은
I may
껍데기로
be
채워져 있어도
filled with husks right now, but I know
거의 다 왔어.
I'm
내
almost
기술을
there.
만들어서 알맹이를 채워나갈 것
Soon,
같아.
I'll make my own technology to fill myself up.
다시 팀원을 모으고
I'll gather a team again. Hire another secretary. There'll be a lot to do.
그러니
So,
더 이상은
I don't think I'll need you anymore.
동랑? 나 언제까지 기다려야 할까?
Dangrain, I wonder how long will you keep me waiting?
아 미안해요. 잠시 고향에 두고 왔던
Sorry for the delay. I was reminded of something I left in my hometown. Who could he be? Oh, that is a good question. Honestly, I was kind of thinking he was talking to himself, but he might actually be talking to someone. It's you, funny Limbus man. It is.
지금은 두고 온 게 아니야.
But I've
앞으로
realized
얻을 것에 대해
that now
생각해야 할 때.
is the time to be thinking about what I'll gain from now on instead of what I left behind.
누구나 잠깐 어리석어질 수 있지.
Anyone can have a moment of foolishness.
그래.
Right, so you know about a way to generate an endless stream of tears, do you?
일정치의 양을 모으기
To
위해서
reach a
사람을
certain
고문하고
quota, people are tortured, then cured using the tears, then tortured again.
그에는
Such a waste to keep spending a potion of tears on that.
그래서 여러 날개와 뒷골목 조직들로부터 영상들도
True.
수입해오고 있는데
So we're importing footage from a variety of wings and backstreet syndicates as a substitute.
그 시청각새들도
They're asking higher and higher prices for the audiovisual feed, aren't they?
다른 세력들도 희미하지만
Other
뻔하게
factors are
눈치채고
starting
있는 거죠.
to notice
K사에게는
that we're
어떻게
in
사용할지를 모르겠지만
evident need of it, albeit faintly, even if they don't know what exactly it's used for in K-Cope. Could you please break a finger now?
이거 봐.
See?
여기
You're
있는
supported
당신의
it, tied to this chair. Seems to have lost it too. I can't believe K-Cope actually runs on depression still. I find it, Louis. It is something horrifying at that.
눈을 감아서는 안 되지.
Dan Grain who denies that. Let's see real quick. 1 second. 1 second, I noticed. Is this?
눈을 감아서는 안 되지.
I shouldn't. I don't think I like that one of it. Oh, I forget you don't know about I do not know about T-Cope. 1 second, 1 second. I want to try. Wait. I should. No. I shouldn't. No, none of those sound good, so we'll go with the old. I shouldn't close my eyes.
카르멘 씨, 아무래도 다른 것 같아요. 길은 끝나지 않았던 거고, 전 이제 가야 할 길이 제대로 보이네요.
Miss Carmen, I believe that's not exactly the case. The path hasn't ended, and I finally see clearly where I should go. Except I think he had less static on it than the second one.
동란 돌고 돌아 이 길로 돌아온 것이요.
John Crane, after coming such a long way round, have you at last returned to this path? If Bro couldn't handle rejection from a cow, make sure Bro doesn't get into an actual date with a living, thinking human being. Yeah, keep him away from just living things in general, honestly.
더 이상 눈동자를 보더라도 지난 날과 같은 측은지심이 들지 않아.
You're going to try. When I look into the eye, I don't feel the sympathy I used to feel anymore.
대신에
Instead, do you see that?
잘난 그들의
A limitation of the league's renowned glass window made by leeching off it. It's now become the flag that raised the steam of K-Cope's singularity high.
그래, 잘 보이는구려.
Yeah, I can see it well.
영지양은 떠났고
Brother Yunji has left. Dunbake has returned to the bed of flowers.
남은 건 영지의 유리에 기생해서 돌연변이처럼 돋아난
All that's left is a parasitic mutation of Yanji's glass.
이도저도 아니게 베껴버린 나의 유리네.
My shoddy copy of the glass, which didn't manage to be anything.
세상을 변화시키지 못하는
What uses technology that can't change the world?
그러니까 너도 마음을 멈춰. 괴롭고 슬픈 마음을 대신해서 눈물을 흘리는 건 그것의 몫이지.
So I want you to stop killing like I have. Let it cry for agony and sorrow, and now it's dead. Swapping in between effects is a really good effect. Thank you. The idea just occurred to me in the moment. Ooh. Piano music of all things. Oh wow. Oh wow. Hopefully it doesn't flag the stream, but third favorite Millie Bass son, let's go! Okay, actually, I think I need to take a quick break before we get to the boss fight, so we don't have to interrupt the boss fight midway through. So we're going to do just that, and actually, yeah, so I will be right back. We'll get to this boss fight in just a minute. No need to go anywhere. Oh, also, if you're enjoying, consider leaving a like on the stream. Alright, we're back to it. Dungrain absolutely deserves this. It's the price he pays for being annoying. It's the price he pays for being a horrible human being. But still, he's getting jumped by... What? Okay, we're going to most likely be doing blue flowers to blue flower. It looks like this might be a largely similar fight, but it might also be different. Inflict seeds. At 5+ count, gain nutrient drain for 2 turns. At less than 5 count, I don't know what nutrient drain is. If this unit's panic type does not change. Inflict seeds. Oh no. Nutrient. I'm guessing the nutrient drain is bad. Just a guess. Okay, so these are attacking my people though, and he's not attacking any of the trees unlike before. Oh, also this is Radiant Desire. Downgrade gain is a damage up under protection. Okay, that's real bad. We don't want that at all. We are going to go. Okay, so it reset our SP, but we did keep all our ego resources. It heals him, but you basically do have 2 nukes in air. In the form of index down and news for the scene, yes. Hanlutu. Okay, I'm going to go. Oh wait, I was like, oh, this one has a different buff. What buff is that? It's the prescript thing of my I confused myself. Okay, I think I'm going to try to attack all of these. So we'll go here. And affect 3 seeds is not something I want to happen, to be honest. And I have loads of ego resources, so like all of my egos are available, but 0 sanity across the board. Yeah. We're diving in.
누구 하나 살려보내지 마라. 친히 목을 떨궈주마.
Hanlu's ego might be a decent help with sanity. Yes, that's true. Yeah.
해금. 추월, 지령에게 불확실한 것은 없네.
Sanity already looking a bit better. Oh. Absorbing a tree. Why you take my favorite character, my outer blossom of Faust? Hey, that's so mean. So mean. Oh, that it would put me just a little negative on sanity, but not too negative. Does that ego go? It looks like that ego would go really well with the Don Quixote that I redeemed a ticket for, which was the it's a Don Quixote with blood feast stuff going on. There's too many arrows. Yeah, manager of La Mancha Land, Don Quixote. Absolutely the zoo. Is this from a season that is currently dispensable, or is it from something that's not? Ooh, it was made. Ooh. Should be dispensable now, yes. Ooh.
환상의 세계로 들어가 보죠.
Though wait, manager of La Mancha Land isn't the best Don Quixote, is she? I think I've used a better Don Quixote as a support, haven't I?
괜찮아. 이젠 안 아플 거야.
So I might not want to dispense that. She's one of the best Don Quixote, but she requires her teammate. The other La Mancha Land ones. Like the Baobu, the priest, the princess. Oh, this is a really cool ego.
명에 따라 홍원을 지켜라.
Similar to Lord Hanlu. Index done, sheep done, manager done. Wait, what about... Oh. 1 second. 1 second. Let me go. Pull up a web page. 1 moment. Pulling up a web page. Don Quixote. What about Love and Hate? That's the one I was talking about. That's the one we've tried Love and Hate Don Quixote before, and as a support. ranks #1 in cuteness on this episode. Funny enough, I'm using La Mancha Land done right. One of the reasons, though, that I like La Mancha Land done is because La Mancha Land is where you still target Faust. Why? La Mancha Land. I don't know what La Mancha Land is in this, but La Mancha Land is in the book. I am legally obligated to use the Badend ID on every Canto. Nice. Nice. And Canto 9.
미래를 과거와 같이.
Oh. Dan Grain no longer feels pity for test subject. Even if his technology isn't recognized, even when he thinks of the yellow calf in his hometown, he isn't sad anymore. The past is all useless. I'll burn it all. And Yisan, I'd like you gone as well. Dan Green begins to rush at Yisan. Stand in his way. Who will stop? 9 to 21, 9 to 21, 10 to 22. Well, I think I'm going to have Faust stand in his way. Okay, so part of my thought process here. Oh wait, but the threshold is higher. Okay, part of my thought process here is that I'm worried that whoever stands in the way is just going to auto die. And my Faust is actually lowest in health and is maybe less of a sacrifice if it is the case. So, Faust, get in there. Faust managed to block Dan Grain's attack. Ha! You've been a nuisance. Dan Grain muttered as his weapon bounced off beneath. His bitter chuckle was a cold fury. Faust gains 1 attack power up. A fluorescent Ego Palm Watch gains 2 fragile.
성공. 예상대로의 결과네요.
They will not auto-die, luckily. Part of the reason I was worried they would auto-die is because of that ego we just got from the last fight. That was when a teammate of Yisan's dies, he gets a buff. So I'm worried. I have it on my mind that like there's a chance that it just starts offing my characters other than him, lowering 1 at a time or something. I'm tempted to just go ahead and use this because it'll probably take out the trees again. Okay, let's... Because that ego just wipes things out. But we're just going with this.
한 번에 끝낸다.
We're trying it.
닭은 달려들어라. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
염화!
유야. 길을 열어라.
앞으로 하나.
그저 하염없이 모든
Oh, here we go again. The spikes, the blood,
피어나고
the thorns, the death, and the destruction. Cantos 5 through 8. Final bosses were easy to deal with, huh?
그 뜻을 해금하겠네.
Ooh, I've decided to erase all of the past. In other words, I have no business left with you once his son is gone. Then Green frowned, seeming quite displeased. And yet, why do you keep interrupting? Dengrain seems to be preparing for a powerful attack. Maybe this gap could be exploited. Stand in his way. Wrath advantage. 9 through 21. Ooh. 15 through 27 with a threshold of 15. 27. Dungrain trying to erase the past and Dunbake attempting to... I hadn't thought of it. It looks like the attack was successful. The move Dungrain was preparing didn't come through. I see where you stand. Then I'll just get rid of you along with his son and his ideal. And Luke gained an attack power up. All allies gain 5 protection. So he gained 4 franchise.
것을 모른 채 할 수는 없으니.
Okay, that seems very generous of them to give me all that. Okay, we are attacking there because that's where the flower is. We will take a moment to try and take both of those out. Oh wait, attack rates through the ceiling. All trees of desire heal 15 HP. There are no trees of desire spawn 1 heal 10 HP. Hey, that's a skill I... The sun. That's a skill I don't want to go off. I don't think I like that skill. Part of me does want to try this skill. I've never used this one. At least, wait, I can't remember having used Great Trichiliocosm. That is a word, alright. It does burn and sinking and poise. Shattered Wool. Okay, yeah, we're going to use that. Nope. Helps to use the correct buttons, doesn't it? I want to use it. I've never used it. We're going to see what it... Sun reminds me of like a musical in some way.
헤어내리.
한놈 쪼아먹었다. 다음.
운명적인 죽음을세.
Ooh.
지금을 쪼개어 1천, 편린들에 비추어진 미래를 쪼개어 다시 2천.
Oh, that's really cool.
기억고 일순 모든 걸 들어모아 3천 대천.
That seems like it's dealt with a mirror. Where's the flower? There's the flower. Fantastic. Okay, let's try to defeat the tree with you. We will go... We'll have these two attack it. These two attack over here. Yeah.
억제 완료.
Okay. I feel like we might be getting there.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수 없겠구나.
You know what I spy? Furioso replica. Which so far has served me very well. So far, it has served me exceptionally well, in fact.
예측할 수 없게.
How about it? Hussein, what do you think about this fight? Hussein, you want to do something about this fight?
결조 영화.
No, don't end it here. Don't end it here. Don't finish him up. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. Okay, he's just not dying, though.
걷잡을 수 없이 타올라.
I don't think the Furiosa replica actually mattered.
딸아이도 이 상처를 기억하고 있으면 좋겠구려.
I don't think it actually did anything. I really shouldn't be wasting my time like this. I already won, yeah. Coming to a sudden realization, Dan Green stopped in play, and he looked at the ceiling as though he was looking up at stars in the sky. I'll actually go back to... At this very moment, I'm losing out for each second it spans without crying. The opportunities and time to change the world are scattering. Dan glared with bloodshot eyes. Ethan, it's you. You're the one who needs to go for this to be over. Stand in his way. Isan walked ahead. I must insist that I mark the end for Dan Green. For that would be most ideal. Slot advantage. Unselectable across the board and very high. Threshold 15 predicted. 24 through 36. Son, I plead you, end this now, Dan Green. How can I? In the end, someone has to cry. Tears, isn't that right? Dan Green pulled the weapon latched into himself deeper inside. Let's end it this way, son. Dan Green has been confronted. Gameplay story integration at its peak. Exactly. That's why I kind of expected like a killing, like some like auto kills on characters or something. Like it's to maybe be narrowed down to like just 1v1 or something. But in a sense, it kind of got that with this event. Oh, look at that.
분명 떠났다고 생각했지만
Oh, I was certain that I had left.
나는 아직도 그 하얀색 사각형
It would appear that I am still inside that white square.
이제서 만물은
At this point,
내게 아무 자극도
all
감격도
things have been reduced to mere dots to me, utterly incapable of stimulation or inspiration.
나는 평생을 방랑하며
Will I follow this meaningless walk, wandering my whole life?
우리는 끊임없이 날개를
We're
자랑하지.
only chickens whose wings are clipped perpetually.
이상 씨가 점점
Mr. Isan seems to be in a bad spot.
단테님,
Dante,
비록 영지라는
even though I only
제 입이
delivered
들려서 말할
Yunji's words with my
전
tongue,
이런 생각이 들어요.
it does give me a thought.
어쩌면 이상 씨가 썼던
Maybe
이 편지들은
These
거울 속의
letters
이상님한테 보내는 것만이
that
아닐 수도
Isan
있겠구나.
wrote weren't just meant for the Isan in the mirror alone.
과거와 지금과
To all people he had ties with in the past, those he knows in the present, and those he might meet in the future. You mean including us? I played this canto at a pretty sensitive time, and it was exactly what I needed to hear. Incredibly impactful. Isn't that the way some stories can be? I think it's fantastic.
이상 씨는 쭉 도와달라고 말하고 있던 걸지도 모르겠다는 생각이 드네요.
I'm thinking that he might have been calling for help all along. Isan, what was in your mind just before you left Ancope?
구보마저 떠나보냈을 때
When I pouted with Gubo,
별은 빛을 잃어 꺼져가
the stars
어둠이
left
가득해졌고
their shine,
나는
and
마치
that darkness
절뚝발이가
filled
된
the
것
air,
같았어.
and I felt as though I were crippled.
하지만
Yet,
날개가 없어도
I
절뚝발이어도
thought
살게
that
해줄 수
you
있는
may be a
그런 곳이
place
어딘가에
would allow
있을지도
me to
모른다는
live on.
생각이 들었지.
Even if I had no wings and my legs limped,
신락 같으나
the thread of
약점은
hope
이런 마음으로
couldn't be thinner. But I held on to the faint possibility.
우리는 적어도 나는 네 거울을 보며 우리에겐 없는 것들을 본다고 생각했지.
Is that done bake? That looks different. When we, or at least I saw your mirror, I thought I was seeing what we didn't have.
그래서 멀어 보였지.
That's why they seemed so far.
그래서 바라볼 수
That's why I could only look.
그래서 현실이 안
That's why I had to
없었던 거야.
settle for this reality.
마치 내가 불꽃놀이를
Like how I
보면서
dreamed of stars as I watched fireworks.
하지만 거울은
But the mirror,
가능성을
but
보여주고
it
있는
shows
거야.
our possibilities.
그러니
So,
알겠어?
do you see what I'm getting at?
거울을
You
부러워할
don't
필요는
have to
없는
envy the mirrored images,
네가 바라보았던 건
but you saw what possibilities you held.
너는 처음부터 가지고
You've
있었던
had them all along.
네 가능성을
The win is to make your possibility a reality.
이 말을 해주고
That's what I
싶었어.
wanted to tell you.
첫 번째 수감자 이상 기다리고 있었답니다.
Oh, look at this. Isan, the first sinner. I have been waiting for you.
림버스 컴퍼니에 입사하신다면
If you join Limbus Company,
깨어지고 찢어진 당신의 날개를 되찾아드리죠.
I promise that we'll help you recover your tone and broken wings. Okay, so I feel like this is the first we've seen anyone other than Dante being recruited to Limbus Company, if I'm remembering things right.
그리고
And,
어때?
well,
나는
I
깨진 조각들을
I
다시
do
주는
not
재주는
possess
없어.
the talent to pick up shattered pieces.
하지만 반짝거리던 그 눈빛은
However,
거짓이 아니었어.
those sparkling eyes, they were not feigned.
우리의 굴곡은 불행을 맴돌 거야.
Our tortuous path will circle on around misery.
인연이라고 생각했던 것은
What we thought were
언젠가 반드시
bonds
터지고
will
말 거고.
inevitably
소중한
lost.
것일수록
and
산산조각으로
precious things will
가뜩이나
shatter
우리
into
마음을
shout.
날카롭게
It's time.
찌르겠지.
You're soft out.
알고 있어.
I am well aware.
그렇기에
Just for that
모든 건
reason,
허물
all
같은
things would
잘나
have
지나지 않을 텐데.
no more worth than futile ephemerality. Isan, why did you make the mirror?
나는
I
가치를 담기 위해 기술을
never
만든 적은
made
없었어.
technology to hold any value in them.
과거로 돌아갈 재간 또
I know well
없다는
enough
것도
that I
알고
have
있지.
no way to return to the past.
그저
Simply
네가 들고 있는 그 거울은
that mirror you're holding
연심이라 하오.
is what I call Jansson.
연심이라.
Jansson, huh? To grind or study? To seek.
이것은 무언가를
This is a
갈아내고
product of grinding
마음마저도
something,
갈아내어
scraping
과를
even the
것이기에.
mind to polish it.
그렇구나. 모든
I
이상은
see. I
연구에
suppose all
진심이었나 봐.
versions of Isan were dedicated to research.
나는 날개를 잃었다고.
I thought that I had lost my wings, that I couldn't have them.
날개 쪽지만을 애달프게
I
잃었지.
thought I had been clinging
연구를
to
붙잡고
research,
있었다고 생각했지만
pathetically stroking the joints where wings used to be.
사실 거울의 진실한 이름은
But I believe I now know the mirror's true name.
연심.
Yensim. To connect the hout. Ah, I like that name.
이것은 마음과 마음을
It's a
이어주는 것.
bridge that joins houts together.
줄기차게 살아보고
I made the mirror
허덕이며 날개짓 해보고 싶어.
because I
거울을
wished to
만들었고.
continue living and flapping and fluttering.
추락하더라도
I
좋으니
wished to soar into the air once more,
허공을 향해 날아보고
even
싶었어.
if I fall afterward.
어느 날 이고는 반드시
One
절망하고
day
말 것이오.
despair
그렇기
will
때문에
arrive for certain.
어디까지라도
For that reason,
살아야 하오.
life must go on as far as it can.
날개가
Whether or not I had wings mattered
중요치 않은
not.
것이었어. 모든 이상은 빼어난 재주를 가지고 있어.
Only
동시에 모든
sons
이상은
have
무지하지.
outstanding talent. At the same time, only sons are ignorant.
모든 이상에게는 날개가
Only
보이지만
sons can see
단 하나의
wings,
이상만이 날 수 있어.
but only one son can fly.
그렇다면
If such is the case,
거울 속의 이상은
the
거울
Yisan
밖의
in the
이상과
mirror
반대일
must be the
테지만
opposite of the Yisan
꽤
outside.
닮았지.
But they're quite alike too.
네가 보았다던
I
빛나고
mean, the
찬란했던
wings
그
you say you
날개
saw,
말이야.
those radiant and magnificent wings.
그건 나의 날개이자
They're my
거울에 비친
wings,
너의 날개야.
and they're yours in the reflection.
왜 그렇게
Why do you
생각하냐고.
think that? It's
뻔하지
obvious.
않겠어?
The
거울은
mirror
자신을
is a
비추는 거니까.
reflection of the self.
내게서 날개가 보였다면
If you saw
그
wings on
날개는
me,
너에게 달린
then they were on you
너의
as well.
것이겠지.
They would obviously belong to you.
그럼 이제 땅을 박차고 날개짓 해봐.
Now kick off the ground and flutter your wings.
그저
All I wished for,
한 번 더.
just once more. Look at that. The colors.
날고 싶었어.
I wished to fly. Oh,
세 장을 깨고
break the bird cage. What?
자유롭게.
And be free. Wings. Wings of mirrors. Oh, that's cool. Sun.
그날의 봄을 기억한다니.
I remember that spring day.
우리의 눈에는
Stars rose in our eyes.
반짝거렸지.
They sparkled
네 날개만큼.
as brightly as your wings.
나는
I
구인회라는
always yearned to
항상
escape the shadows of the League.
결국
In the end,
끝에서
it is that same shadow that embraces me after everything. After some time has passed, with Dangran's death, our contract with him was rendered null and void. Well, well, great. Yeah, he gave us a 10 out of 10 and would hire again. Oh no, how are people going to hire us? Who's going to hire us in the future if, you know, the last guy who hired us, we killed? This is not looking good for our reviews and our future employment. I'm just saying, when your most recent job on your resume is killed the boss, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Experiencing this again leaves me speechless. The ending is genuinely beautiful. Then Granus said, Limbus company had fantastic. Indeed, I mean, that's fair. He did try to kill us. This was great. This is great. This story. Meaning the only way for us to be handed the golden bow was...
뭐 결과적으로는 나쁘진 않네요.
Well, consequently, it wasn't all bad, but it's not good either.
동백이라고 했나요?
Since the leader of the
조직의 수장이
terrorists,
죽었으니 테러 단체가 와야 되는 건 순식간이겠어요.
Dan Baker,
이제 남은
has
문제들
died,
말인데.
the organization should collapse in no time. As for the remaining problems,
이렇게 하는 게 어떨까 싶어요.
I have a suggestion on how to handle them.
오늘 K사에서 벌어졌던
Everything has
모든 일은
happened in
동양이라는
K-Corp
한
today
정신일상자이자 반사회적 사냥을 지닌 직원이
single-handedly caused by a mentally unstable, rebellious employee named Dan Gran.
개인의 이득과 권력을
In
부당하게
his
취하기 위해 벌인 단독
scheme
행동이에요.
to
맞죠?
unfairly claim personal gains and powers within the firm. Do you agree?
그걸로 되는 건가요? 저희한테는
Are
적이었을지라도
you sure you're
당신에게는
okay with
직원이었는데
that cover-up story? He may have opposed us, but he was your employee, wasn't he? Oh, Ishmael. I feel like you're being very naive here. This is a corporation, Ishmael. This is a corporation. The employees are, you know, fodder, disposable. You know, Dangran was an expendable, and just as expendable as some joined in. Yes. Ishmael's been a naive here.
작별 인사라면 아까 전화통을 했어.
I didn't
깜찍한
say my
문제.
goodbyes with a phone call earlier. Some cheeky man he was.
림버스 컴퍼니의 관리자
And your manager was
단테라고 했나?
Limbus
관리자
company.
치고는
Dante,
질질 끌려다니는
right?
것 같은데.
You seemed somewhat unassertive. Our manager.
나중에 리더가 되고 싶다면 알아도
If you want to be
문제가
a
생기면
leader,
재빨리 싹부터
you'd
잘라내야 해.
best remember to nip any rising problems and it's bad.
빠를수록 좋지.
The faster the better. Screw yourself. You also hired She Association's assassins to silence Shreya, didn't you?
알겠다고 하시네요.
They are telling you that they got the message.
영 반푼이라고
Right,
생각했는데
right.
역시 관리자는 관리자군.
Thanks a lot, Faust. I thought you was something of a half-wit, but I suppose you weren't put in charge for nothing.
아, 하나 더.
And one more thing.
어쩌다가 우리 K사의 특이점까지
I
건드려버릴 정도로
don't
일이
know how
복잡하게
things got
보였는지 모르겠지만
complicated enough for you to get involved with our wing's singularity. But
눈물 흘리는 것은
the tearful thing
외부로 절대 공개되어서는 안 되는
was
우리
K-Corp's
K사의 특이점 그
singularity itself.
자체이자 기밀 정보였어.
And the confidential detail we could in no way allow to be known.
림버스 컴퍼니는 탐색을 통해 얻는 기밀
Limbus
정보들을
Company does
외부로는
not
쓰지 않아요.
give away confidential
원한다면
information
관련 계약서를
gained during investigation. If you'd like, we could arrange a contract to...
방금 너희의
How you
계약서가 100%
seriously
들어간 것을
operating
보고도
that?
그런
Just
소리가 나오니?
after seeing a contract you signed turn into worthless paper stacks.
그런 종이 쪼가리에 내가 저당이 잡힐 수는
I
없는
couldn't
거야.
let a piece of paper bind me down.
기억 소거전
I'll
차례
get your
진행할
memories erased.
내 기억에 손을 대면 남김없이
Sure.
갈라주겠어.
Tamper with... no, that's not good enough. Think. Tamper with my memories, and I'll cut you down to bits.
그렇게 하도록 하죠.
Guess who's here? Little drum roll under my desk. Oh, also, do we want to actually guess? Think. Think. You can leave the bus. Exactly. Think. Slice your neck. I don't know. It's been a bit since I did Virgilius's voice. 1 second. Well, follow your method, Mom.
이 새끼.
You piece of...
뭐 이왕 잊어버릴 거
Well, since you're
정정해두자면
about to forget it all, let me correct one thing.
당신들이 본 건 눈물 흘리는 것의 본체가 아니라 자식이야.
Snap your neck completely. Oh, I was close. You're right. Okay, I should actually read the line right now that I've already... What you saw wasn't actually a tearful thing. It's a giant entity.
그 소중한 본체를
Genuinely an
근본도 없는
insane
연구자에게
rape.
맡길 수
Oh
없는
yes.
노릇이잖아.
In some ways terrifying too. We couldn't leave such a precious asset in the hands of some researcher with no real credentials, could we?
그래도 우리
It
날개에
would sadden
잡으시는데
me if you
그렇게
believed
초라한
that
것이라
fiddling
생각하면 좀
team
슬프거든.
was the pride of our wing.
아, 어차피 생각하지도
Not that
못하겠지만
you'd have a chance to think that. In spite of Ryoshu's menacing intimidation, following the unfriendly instructions of people who appeared to be Keiko's hiring staff and fixers we were put through a memory wipe procedure, erasing every recollection of the Teofilitin from the sinews hands. As we left, Alfonso told us to look forward to how the tears will be used in the future. That sounds horrific. Thanks for telling. The sinews had memories of seeing something in the laboratory, but none of them could recall what it was. How the tears were collected, or how HP bullets were made. Hear me out, gravity is a magical debuff. If it is, I've had the certain debuff on a while, and I could use a cleanse. Wait, no, I don't want a cleanse for that magical debuff. I spoke too brashly. Please don't cleanse me of it. What did it say? Ramos already. Actually, I cannot cheat. Here, 1 second. I can read what it says. I just have to rewind my own stream. Ramos Reyes Receptus, a golden bar received. I got it. By the way, Yisan, where did you want to fly? Get rid of the gravity debuff. Began floating. That's something I was thinking. Is Dante immune to having their memory tampered with? That's a very convenient feature that they have, especially since they can't tell anybody what they've learned. See, I've been staying away from spoilers mostly, but I have been kind of just like adjacent to the Limbus company community in places like Reddit, and I've been seeing occasional things from them. And the title of something didn't really tell me anything, but made me think as we got to this memory eraser that maybe Dante would be able to remember things that other people might not. But I don't know. Meaning they don't really have their heads, indeed. To be fair, they also don't have some memories of the past. Where did you want to fly?
그저 나는 기분을
I
느끼는 것으로
would have been content
좋았어.
with the feelings it would give. What about now?
노 코멘트 하겠어.
I will leave no comments on that. Hear me out. If I could get rid of one thing, you would need to live to cause the most damage. I mean, it would cause a lot of damage if you got rid of gravity. Now I'm wondering how if he's saying may interact differently in the group going forward in future Cantos. What they didn't notice, however, is that the memory wipe didn't work on me for some mysterious reason. Could I recover the sinner's wiped memories somehow? Like how I rewind through injuries using the clock. That occurred to me. But alas, I don't know how I would do that. And I'm not sure if it would be possible at all. I was sure about one thing. The fact that I am retaining the memories they tried to erase must be valuable. So I decided to stay quiet about it.
하지만 관리자,
However,
이
manager,
정도는 말하겠어.
I will say this much.
이제는
From now on,
내게 남은 것들을
I
마주
plan to
볼까?
face what I have left. There's a little smile.
남은 것이란 구인회가 남긴
There's
과오이자
been the
내게 남은
mistakes
업이요.
the League of Nine has left, and the tasks left for me.
그러니 필요하다면
Thus,
할
I
수
would
있는
like to
저항을 해볼
resist.
생각이요.
as much as I can if needed.
바람이 불어오는 대로
No longer
흔들리고
will I bend as the wind
쓰러지지는
blows.
않으려 하오.
I won't let it sway me or strike me down. He's finally capable of joy, now that his depression has eased.
비껴보고
Yes!
스며들기보다는
Rather than be slantwise and seep,
걷고자 하는 곳으로
I
걸으려
listened
하기에.
to... I mean, what? No, wrong road. I intend to walk where I plan to go.
도와줄 수 있겠소, 단테?
Will you aid me in my endeavors, Dante? Of course. That's right. Even if their memories are taken, it won't gnaw away at the determination that has firmly taken a root in their hearts. Then, what is the determination that I have left? How much must I remember and witness? Thinking such thoughts, I looked at Virgilius, who was on the other side.
이 모든 걸 기억하고 지켜보는 것도 관리자의 업 중 하나일 테니까 말입니다.
I hope you've been enjoying the game. I have! I need a drink 1 second. Because it would be the manager's duties to remember and witness all this. You heard what I said?
탄테 씨가 자신의 말이 들렸냐고 물어보시네요.
Dante asks if you heard what they said.
째깍거리는 소리도 들리지 않았는데
I
뭔가
couldn't
말이라도
hear the
했던가.
usual ticks, so I have no way to know if you even said something.
들릴 리가 없죠.
Cause
단테.
I can't hear your
그냥
words,
실없이 한
Manager
소리일
Dante.
그런
It
표정은
was just idle attack. The look on your face seemed to warrant it. Did I have facial expressions? No, Achilles just knows more than he's letting on.
멈추지 않는 그 눈물의 원초적인 의미는 감격이길.
May the meaning of those ceaseless tears be effervescent.
당신의 소원과
Your wish as well as ours.
언제나 그렇듯
How being
최선을
realized
다해
to the best of our abilities as always. Is this the actual full-sized non-child tearful teen?
잘 지내시오.
Have you been well?
거울을 볼 때마다
Whenever I look at
문득 인사를 하고
Whenever I look at a mirror, I find myself greeting it. Dante's body language must be pretty animated if Virgilius can get an expression out of it. I don't think that's what it is. I think Virgilius either has knowledge or something else. Don't know that.
인사란 서로 주고받아야 자연스러운
I'm
것이라
50-50 on whether I or not I think Virgilius's memories were erased. I wonder if the tearful Athena has stopped crying since it lost its friend. I'm guessing it's at most slowed, but not stopped. But that's just a guess. It is sad that a greeting is only natural when it is mutually exchanged.
언젠가
But I do
전해질 거로
not mind
생각하기에
the one-sidedness, as I believed it will be conveyed someday.
이제 나는
I have decided
정치하지
that
않을게
from now on, I will no longer be stopped in place,
모든 건
even if
결국
all will
변하지
ultimately
않겠지만
remain unchanging.
나 역시도
I
이제
too
변하지
shan't
않을
change
테니
either.
너무 걱정들 하지 마시오.
You have no
내
need to
곁에는
be overly
새로운
concerned for
것들이
me.
생겼어.
I now have new companions by my side.
그들은 어찌 생각할지
Though
모르겠어.
I cannot
나는
be
이들을
sure
벗삼으려 하오.
what they will think of this. I intend to consider them as such.
그럼
To close off,
끝에 붙여
allow me one final remark.
사는 내내
May
모두가
you all
평안하시게.
keep company with peace throughout your lives.
이상.
Yours sincerely, Isan. One second. One, I want screenshots of that. Two, who's the person in the middle? Did we see that person throughout the chapter? We've got Isan, Dunbake, Gubo, Dan Gran there. We'll be meeting everyone as we go along. We've met at least one more. One thing I can't tell for sure, and I'll come back now, is what there? Is that a prosthetic head? Oh. Or is it more like... It looks like it's got to be something in the photo. It's not an alteration to the photograph.
꽃이 보이지 않는다. 꽃이 향기롭다.
The person in the middle must be Yanji that Han Lu played, I imagine. Should I tune the sound up? Oh, look at that. A smile. A smile and the look in the mirror.
불길이 나를 태운 것처럼
I'm going to be quiet to give it a focus.
잿빛 먼지뿐 향기가 만개한다. 나는 거기 묘혈을 판다. 묘혈도 보이지 않는다. 보이지 않는 묘혈 속에 나는 들어 앉는다. 나는 눕는다. 쉼없이 달려왔던 나를 죄어오던 시간들 이조차 그리워질까. 먼 훗날 언젠가는 돌이켜볼 기억 속에 미소 지을 수 있기를.
We're zooming out.
향기가 만개한다. 나는 잊어버리고 재차 거기 묘혈을 판다. 묘혈은 보이지 않는다. 보이지 않는 묘혈로 나는 꽃을 깜빡.
It's an interesting tone to this one.
내게 남은 알 수 없는 시간과 이제는 나가야 할 때
Stotis and Gregor arguing over a menu.
자신을 태워 사라져가는 촛불과 닮아 있구나. 숨고를 새도 없이 떠밀려 던져진 날 속에 내 길을 갈 수 있기를. 너는 날 언젠가는
It's a menu.
돌이켜볼 기억 속에 미소 지을 수 있도록. 나는 정말 듣는다.
Slow pie, but then it goes into like these bits. Where it's kind of a little faster paced for a line.
밤하늘의 새처럼 별에 닿을 수 있게 이 밤 또다시 찾아오겠지만 괜찮아 다 사라지네.
It looks kind of like Dante is still preoccupied, which kind of seems fitting of how it ended. Fun fact, if you crush chips up into dust, it looks like a lot less food. I've actually got a fun fact for you. You open a bag of chips, then it looks like a lot less food than when it was closed. The moment you open it. Because, you know, they fill those things with air. They show how serious about eating. They have a lot to think about here. It amazes me how they can look so happy while eating out. I stepped out of the restaurant to briefly catch some fresh air. Hey! I cannot remember from the life of me anything about the voice I did. Oh, Damien here. Okay, new voice for Damien. Yo, I didn't even notice you arrived. How long have you been there?
말했잖아. 다시 당신을 보러 올 거라고.
He just looks so throwable, but I know he'd float instead of crashing into something. Yeah. I told you that I would come to see you again.
왜 사람은 그저 바라보는 걸로는
Why can't
만족하지
people
못하는 걸까?
settle for just looking?
그냥 쳐다보며
It should be
산들을
enough
먹고
to simply
그
admire
순간을
it,
즐기기만 해도
smell the sun,
충분한데
and enjoy the
눈에
moment.
담으면서 욕망을
But
얻고
They
집착을
need to
품으면서
greed
스스로를 갉아먹어.
and obsession as they contain it in their sight, eating themselves away.
거울이 처음
The
만들어진
mirror,
것도
too.
단지
It
즐기려고
was
한
first
거였잖아.
created for simple enjoyment.
이를테면
You could compare
수백
it
가지의 맛이
to a bag of
들어있는
chips.
과자 봉지랄까?
Shadow? With hundreds of flavors, for example. I can't tell if that was a coincidence or not. It seems to be a coincidence.
하지만 누군가 이런 생각을 한 거지.
But then someone came up with an idea.
만약 저 무한할지 모를 과자
There was a
봉지
way
속에
to reach
손을
into the
뻗어
내게는
possibility.
없는 내 것을 가지고 오는 방법이
Infinite
있다면
bag of chips.
그렇게
And
해서
take what I don't have.
모두가 공평하게
What if
모든
all
맛의
of us
과자를 먹을 수
could have all
있다면
the flavors that way?
그건 도둑질은 아닐 거야.
It
어른들이
wouldn't be
만들어놓은 규칙에
considered
따른다는
theft.
말이지.
According to the rules made by adults, anyway. I promise you it's a coincidence.
그건 나로부터 빼앗는 거니까.
That, in fact, is stealing from me.
하늘에도 수없이 많은 별이
Countless
떠 있어.
stars are in the sky.
하지만
But
모든
they
별이
aren't
다
all the same.
똑같지는 않아.
If someone
다른
else saw
누군가가
them,
봤으면
they might have
그저
nothing more
희미한
than
빛덩어리에
dim
불과했을지도 몰라.
lumps of light.
하지만
But someone
반짝이는
who
게
found
너무
the
아름다워
twinkle
보였던 누군가가
staggeringly
별을
charming
가져온
took one
다음에
of the stars
모두가 볼 수
and
있도록
hung it
높은 곳에
on a
걸어놓아서
high enough place
어둠을 환하게
for
밝혔어.
everyone to see, expelling the dark.
사람들은 전부 기뻐하지.
All the people would rejoice. Now,
그러면
here's a
여기서 문제.
question.
나로부터 빼앗김을 당한 나와 영원히 어둠을
What will
밝힐만
become
하게 된
of me?
별은
Who had
어떻게
robbed
되는
me?
거지?
And the star that's now forced to illuminate Stark forevermore.
당신의 친구들이 사용하는
The
거울도
mirror
다를
your
바
friends
없이 그래.
use
그건 정말
isn't
잔인한
any
기술이야.
different. That is such a cruel piece of technology.
대답은 천천히 들려줘도 좋아. 그냥 나중에 양 한번
Take your time with the answer. Just draw me a sheep later.
지금은 기억
You
못하겠지만
may not remember it right now,
당신이 그려주기로 했거든.
but you promised to. Just as I tried to say something, he vanished, leaving only a hint of loneliness. I trust him as far as I can throw him. I trust him that far. He was nowhere to be seen, as if he returned to where he belonged. I couldn't even remember what I was trying to answer. Wow. What to make of that? Close up andante. He'd let you throw him pretty far if you actually tried to measure trust.
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가. 하지만 아직 기약은 없.
Ooh! 144 data master data. Wow! 200 sanity. I personally dislike my video games gaining sentient. Some of us like it when the video games gain sentience and then blackmail us. These are just cosmetics, right? I mean, I can't even afford them, but I only think I just want to get more of these. I could technically say I'm just getting more of these. Actually, in-game announcers. Oh. Wait. Round button. Right button. Okay, I apparently haven't cleared enough for this. Alright. You know, it's fun to have your coworkers from another department scrutinize you. Okay, so things to consider. We have an intervalo 2. I'm assuming this needs played through entirely before we get to the next canto. Is that the correct assumption? You cope wherever that is. Then we get to I've sat earlier today. You do. Here's a question then. What about these? Beyond the Bus's corridor, Bus's back door, Dante's records. They matter too for context. These say mini. Oh, they showed that long. I know they say mini, but honestly, in the most recent one you learn that the sinners have been eating bugs. Wow. They're quite short reads. Okay. What is the most wizard name you can think of? I mean, I could give you the name of a wizard I've known. If I... Okay, wait. I need to make this go away. There we go. That was annoying me. Are these... Okay, let me see. Will you enter?
단테.
Hey, well, do this. Yeah. Okay, actually, no, I was kind of touching in it, and I'll say what I was thinking through here. My thought process here, when I'm asking these questions, is that I want to do the main story, right? And I want to do the main story on a stream. My thought process as I'm asking this question is like, are there things that I can skip on a stream and do off stream? Because honestly, we only have so many hours to stream Limbus Company at a time in a given week, and we don't even get to Limbus Company every week. And I do want to get through some of the like different Sinners Cantos, so this is kind of what I'm inquiring about, and the thought process I'm going through, just to keep you in the loop as to where my thoughts are going here. The most wizard name I can think of is Harry Potter. That is not the most wizard name I can think of. Give me a moment. I will give you a good wizard name. Maybe. A few of the intervals are more important than others, introducing major characters or important plot beats, and the one you're on, the most important is that we get a boat. Okay. Dante? Mephistopheles doesn't roar and grumble hard all day long. Mephisto is an engine that needs rest from time to time. Much like how Karan is still a human who needs regular breaks. My friend said break a leg, I am now missing a leg. It sounds like you went above and beyond, Shadow. Are you still awake, Miss Faust?
점검할 게 조금 남아서요. 거칠게 싸운
There are a
만큼
few things
엔진을
left
쉬게
to
해주고 있을
check.
때
As the
정비가
engine is
필요하답니다.
treated harshly during operation, it needs to be well maintained while at rest. To substantiate her words, Faust carried light tools and a small mechanical device in place of her usual Zweihander. You're working hard.
이 정도는 고생의 축에도 들지
This barely
않는답니다.
counts as work.
오히려
To
파우스트의
witness
역작이
Faust's
돌봐줄 시간도
magnum
없이
opus,
혹사당하는 걸 바라만 보는 편이 더 고생이죠.
Otis, being overworked with no time for care, takes a greater toll, rather. She said this after making a light smile.
이번 업데이트는 마음에
Do you
드시나요?
like this update in particular? Faust looked down at me using a handheld device. Oh, this thing?
네. 평소에는
Yes.
그렇게
I
만지작거리시지는
believe
않았던 것 같아서요.
previously you weren't fiddling with it as often. It's nothing much. I was just making the most of this new feature I've needed. Whenever Faust requests a break for routine maintenance, my LCBPDA also receives updates. The updates occasionally come with additional functions, and this time
노트? 이 기능이
A
아직도
note.
없었던 건가요?
the device didn't have this functionality until now. It didn't, surprisingly enough. You didn't know that? I thought you were omniscient, Faust.
파우스트는 파우스트가 아는 모든 것을 알 뿐이죠.
Faust only knows everything that Faust knows.
어디
Pardon me
실례 좀 할게요.
for a moment. She took a peek at the screen of my tablet.
단테, 백과 사전이라도 만들려는 건가요?
Are you attempting to write an encyclopedia, Dante? I mean, you keep using words I don't know. Stuff like pixies or whatever weens are. It might be common vocabulary for you all, but not me.
그렇군요. 도시에 관한 기억을 전부 잃었을 테니
I understand. I do suppose you've lost all memory of the city. Yep, so I wanna write down most stuff here. And copy down the things I've been scribbling on paper while I'm at it. This clack on my shoulders could be replaced with yet another hand at any moment. There's no given... Had! Yet another had, not another hand. There's no guarantee the memory I have right now will stay with me. Though, you know, who knows, maybe a hand. The best kind of omniscience is the omniscience that you have to think of the information that you want and you get it, because you wouldn't want to know everything 24/7. There's a certain manga that I read where one of the characters has the ability to never forget anything, but it's as much an ability as a curse in some ways. That's why I must prepare a backup plan like this, so I don't forget twice. Actually, I really like that manga. And it's the mad scientist in that manga who has that ability I just mentioned. And I don't know if any of you know this, but I kinda like mad scientists.
뭐야?
The thing is, it's kind of a supernatural ability, Shadow. It's as much an ability as it is a curse. So theoretically, he could remember how other people can forget things, but he could never forget things himself. And the first, well, what the hell? Without warning, the bus ground to a sudden halt in the back streets.
오늘은 여기서 멈출 거야.
We'll stop here today.
카론, 예정보다 조금 모자란 위치인 것 같은데요.
Karen, I fear we haven't quite reached the destination.
목표의 15%
We're
정도 모자란
approximately
위치다.
15%
이
short of the
일정을
target
위해서는
location.
적어도 3% 이상의
Considering
전진이
our
이상적이다.
schedule, proceeding at least 3% farther would be ideal.
카론, 졸려. 훌륭한
Karen,
버스 기사는
sleepy.
졸음운전
Excellent.
안 해.
Excellent bus drivers don't drive while sleepy. True. Well, yeah. Congrats,
알아먹겠으니까
thank you.
갑자기 급브레이크 밟지 말란 말이야. 지금 몇
Got
번째인
it.
줄
Just
알아?
stop stomping the brakes every damn time. Do you know how much you've done this?
히스클리프 씨가 코를 앞좌석에 박은 게 벌써 4번째이니 이 일도 벌써 4번째일 것이오.
Forsooth, Sir Heathcliff hath crashed his nose onto the back of the front seat for the 4th time, which must signify that this is the 4th screeching halt to occur.
졸리기 시작하자마자 운전대를 벗어나야 합니다. 라디오가 그랬어.
Leave the wheel as soon as you start feeling sleepy, said the radio.
맞는 말이긴 하지만
Oh,
조금
Heathcliff, you
융통성
can't
있게
sleep
받아들일
like this.
필요도 있는 거 아닌가요?
Indeed. Constant braking. That's a good point, but you need to be a bit more flexible about that sort of thing.
말하는 사람에 따라서 평범한 말도
A
이렇게
statement
재치가
as plain
있어지는군요.
as that can be quite amusing depending on who says it.
도련님도 나랑 같은 생각인가 보네.
The minted
제일
boy
융통성 없는
agrees
사람이
with
그런
me.
말을 하면 웃기다는
It's
거.
funny the least flexible one says that kind of gabble.
말 다 했어요.
What was
그렇게
that?
따지면
If that's what
저기
you're playing at,
아직도
what
자기가
about that
전쟁통
old
장교인 줄 아는
fogey over
꼰대.
there who still thinks she's a wartime general? Ishmael pointed to Otis, whose veins were beginning to stick out on her veteran and placid face. This is a prime example of the terror of learned fear. It's happened enough to be familiar, but it's still rather intimidating to hear Virgilius send the bus into a chilling silence with a single gesture or utterance. I almost feel like I'd always be on edge in the bus with Virgilius's presence.
뭐지? 잘들
What
주장했잖아.
is
계속
it?
주둥이들 놀리지
You were
그래.
all happily chattering moments ago. No reason not to continue.
오히려 당신이 깽판 치려고 한숨 쉰 거 아니었나?
Weren't you signed to go on a proper rampage after?
개지게 핀 거다.
I was
찌뿌둥해서 말이야.
stretching. a bit stiff.
뭐?
Load up!
하는 짓들이 제법 우습군.
It's
종소리만
laughable
들으면
how you
침을
behave.
개의
You're
꼬리.
like dogs that drool at the sound of a bell.
불만 있으면
If you've
항상
got
그랬던
complaints,
득한 내
remember
사무실로
that my
면담할
office
시간을
in the back
만들어줄 테니
always has
Faust
open
씨.
hours.
나머지
I'll
정리를
make time
부탁하지.
for consultations. Miss Faust, I leave the rest to you. Fugel! Really? You're pretending to be this dunce. You're pretending to be this dunce. You're pretending like you didn't do this on purpose to train them to be more easily controlled. Right. Oh, we believe you because we're that gullible, Virgil. We're that gullible. We believe you. Gilius, that messed up. We have at least a few sinners that have trauma related to being called animals.
네,
Of course. Virgilius nonchalantly walked past the sinners and their piercing stares, with Charon at his side, and both stood at the back of the bus.
열려라. 들게.
Open Perilla?
카론 참깨다.
Oh, I see. I see why I was confused right there. I was like, Perilla? What? It's sesame, Charon.
카론도 알아. 어차피 그런 주문으로 여는 거 아니잖아.
Charon knows. It's not like magic phrases are what opens doors anyway.
그렇지.
I suppose so. While they exchanged coney jokes, the door, loud enough to fill the backside, slowly opened.
벌써 몇 달은 됐는데도 저건 볼 때마다 기분이 묘하다
Been a
말이야.
few months, but that still weirds me out every time I see it.
밖에서 보던 것보다 안이 더 넓잖아요. 그쵸?
It's bigger on the inside, right? As the back door opened, a splendid, narrow, deep, spacious hallway revealed itself. An endless corridor that looked to go on forever. Wow. It's a bastardus. A bastardus. Wow. It's bigger on the inside. How are they talking about? The towers. Although there's one time on Doctor Who, okay, every time someone goes in and it's like it's bigger on the inside, but then there's one time someone goes, oh, it's smaller on the outside. Who was that? Who was it that said it's smaller on the outside? Everyone always said bigger on the inside. Who's that? I can't remember. Anyways. This is where the sinners' rooms are, I think. That is good. It is good they actually have separate rooms. I was worried they like took turns sleeping in there. Far into this hallway, classy poles demarcate the end of the area we're allowed to traverse. Oh, I see. Standing in front of unending lines of red lights. Though the place seems comfy, something about it makes eerie feelings creep up. No, I understand perfectly what makes eerie feelings creep up. It seems like a liminal space sort of thing, where it's like, okay, you can go to these doorways. We're going to place a barrier that you could easily walk past right here. But we're going to tell you, never go over there. It looks like it goes on infinitely over there. Don't go over there. It's creepy, honestly. The rooms are what we see in their base ego, but I think they also reflect the mood. Oh, interesting. Though the place seems...
생각해보니
Now that I think about it, is that one of those singularities belonging to a win?
당신은 알지 않아?
Frau Faust, do you know anything?
물론 알죠. 하지만
Of
대부분
course it is
자세히
known.
말할 수 없다는 것도
But
알지
I am
않나요,
certain
그래도
that you do not know. That you do know that I cannot speak of them in much detail, your Gregor. I wouldn't like sleeping in the hallway because it looks like the walls are but yeah. Could stand to be a bit nicer about it.
여긴 복도다.
This is a corridor.
맞아요. 복도죠.
That's correct. It's a corridor.
아 그래 길게 쭉 이어져 있고 방들이 다닥다닥 붙어 있으니 복도긴 복도겠네.
Sure is a long hallway with doors to rooms on the sides. Of course, it's a corridor.
알못.
뭐라는 건지.
I
그만두자. 나도 피곤하니까.
no, I don't know. I have is almost too few letters to figure it out. What are you trying to... Whatever, I'm too tired. Dante, please hurry on with it. Dante? What does Dante have to do? Gregor's words snapped me out of idly staring down to the edge of the passage. Oh, yeah, right.
단테, 항상 하는 일이라 필요성을 느끼지는 못하겠지만 그래도 관리자의 승인은 중요한 절차입니다.
Dante, while I understand you may feel it to be an unnecessary, repetitive act, simply put, the executive manager's approval is a vital part of the procedure. Please understand. No need to put it like that, Ms. Faust. With that answer, I got up from my seat and stood at the front of the bus, looking at the crew. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners.
감사합니다. 지금부터 변동 가능성을 가진
Thank
최대
you
12시간의
kindly.
수면비 휴식을 시작합니다.
Starting now, you
좋은
all
밤
will be
되시길.
given a maximum of 12 hours to partake in sleep and rest. The duration is subject to change. Have a good night. Makes me wonder if in any way is this corridor... Is it in any way connected to Dante's ability to rewind the sinners? It seems disconnected, but I also wonder if there's a chance there is a connection between the two. As soon as Faust finished speaking, the sinners walked along with groans and sighs.
아이고, 어우 피곤하다.
Ah, jeez, man, I'm whipped.
싱클레어군! 오늘도
A
체스를
fine night, young Sinclair. What say you, another game of chess?
싫어요.
No thanks, Don Quixote.
때마다 이상 씨한테
You always
호세달라고
run too
하잖아요.
mysterious. Oh, hints whenever you're losing. Oh, he would be a good one to get hints from.
사실과 다르오 싱클레어군.
That is untrue, Sinclair.
내가 악수를
That was
쳐다만 볼
because
수
I
없어.
could not bear to watch the grievous misplacements.
더 나쁘잖아요.
That's even worse.
관리자님, 고생하셨습니다.
Bonsoir,
금일
manager.
불침번은
And thank you for today's work and for tonight's watch.
Oh, so, thanks for suggesting. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling sleepy today. The notice suddenly intervened.
관리자님, 항상 말씀드리는 것이지만 피곤하시다면 불침번으로 언제든 저를.
Executive Manager, allow me to remind you that I am always willing to stand in for night watch duty if you ever feel fatigued.
자자, 부관 언니. 들어가서 자자.
I only played one game of chess in my life, so I have a 100% win rate in chess. I just forget to mention I have only played it once. Interestingly enough, I feel like chess is something I could get really into. I have a lot of board games. I can reach out and touch a board game. I just poked a board game just now. I love board games. But I've never really gotten into chess because of just how high of a skill ceiling this game has. I've been like almost scared to get into chess, even though I play so many board games. Yeah, babushka the camp. How's about we get inside now?
관리자님, 근무간 고생하.
Executive Manager, your hard daytime work must.
자, 가시죠.
Sure, let's get you to bed. Ishmael gave me a small nod, then proceeded to draggingly chaperone Otis through the back door with Radia. Then at last Faust and I remained.
다행이네요, 단테. 오티스 씨를 밀어넣지 않으면 또 불침번을 양보해달라고 꽤 오랫동안이나 보챘을 테니까요.
That was fortunate, Dante. Had they not forced Otis to retire, she would have nagged you for the duty of night watch for quite a while again. Ha, does happen a lot. I commented back as I watched the sinews head into the corridor, one after another. Actually, this brings up something I wonder. Can Dante enter the corridor? I mean, it seems like the answer could be just obviously yes, but I could also see it being a no. Is it? I don't know. Different spaces. It's like a special space, and Dante functions differently than the sinners function and stuff. After Radia has entered and closed the door, Ishmael opens the same to get inside. You said the door leads to a different space each time it opens, right?
네. 수감자들이 적절한 정신 상태에만 있다면 본인이 숙박하고 쓸 수 있는
Yes,
적절한
as long
공간을
as the
이야기죠.
sinner is in the right mental condition, the door will lead to a lodging appropriate for rest and personal use. Lodging, is it? They looked more like jail cells last time I peeked through the window. Still, she must mean it can be used as a personal living space. For sleep, showers, self-care and all that.
그 외에도 궁금한 게 있으신가 보군요.
You seem to have other questions besides that. My clock has no eyes, nose or mouth, and yet somehow it feels as though Faust reads something out of me. Not that she'll tell me how she manages it. You know, just curious about what's over there. I pointed down to the far end of the corridor with my finger. Right to the horizontal depths of this seemingly endless corridor.
수차례 말씀드렸지만 궁금해하지 않는 편이 좋습니다, 단테.
As I have told you repeatedly, It is best not to be curious about it, Dante. I don't know when we're going to have the time travel update, Shadow. Oh, maybe we already did. Oh, we will have received it. We will have been about to receive it. As expected, Faust chose to walk into the corridor with a faint sigh instead of a real answer. And yet, just maybe, Faust knew all along. She knows it all, as she likes to say. Maybe she knew that I would learn about what lies beyond in the corridor soon enough. Oh, what a tease. Because we're totally not getting that now, are we? What a tease. Oh, maybe we are? The refraction railway? The thing I haven't been able to do anything with ever. One moment. It happened exactly a week after that fruitless exchange. You will eventually, it's just too strong for you right now. Sad. How long is a moment as long as it needs to be, oh, as short. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners.
감사합니다. 지금부터 변동 가능성을 가진 최대
Thank you
12시간의 수면 및
kindly.
휴식을 시작합니다.
Starting now,
좋은
you
밤
all will be...
되시길.
I feel like Faust's voice is louder in these things than normal. I feel like I need to wait for her dialogue to finish because of how loud it seems like it is for me to read it. But I'm not sure. Thank you kindly. Starting now, you all will be given a maximum of 12 hours to partake in sleep and rest. The duration is subject to change. Have a good night. Faust gives the same instruction as always in response. Sinews groan and stretch like usual. Except this time one is sinew. Stuck out of that normalcy like a sore thumb.
넌 뭐죠?
What now?
됐어, 이스.
Leave him be, Izzy. It's not the first time he's all grumpy like that, is it?
방에 들어가기
And
전에
he
꼭 화 풀고 들어가.
Make sure to
매번 네
simmer
방에서
down
충격지나
before
소리
you
들려서
get in
밤에
your
잠을
room,
못 잔단
okay?
말이야.
All that grumbling thunder keeps me awake, you know. This newsroom is too large in personal space and Sal reflects a state of mind. Oh, so I've heard. Each room's floors, walls, and overall ambience are shaped after the sinner's personality. And the view through the window changes depending on their emotions and mental state. Though all I've seen are distant glimpses through the window, so I don't have all the details. The room Heathcliff enters would sometimes, actually rather frequently, emit weathering and stormy sounds. Usually he'd snap back with a "Why should I?" or something like that, but he only clicked his tongue. I suppose he doesn't feel like arguing. Thanks to that, he stood in the corridor until all the other sinners, save for Faust, went into their rooms, staring down the passage with a frown. Maybe he was relieving stress this way. And that right there is where the incident began. Oh, hey.
야,
What's with all those doors down the aisle? Heathcliff pointed in the same exact direction I did a week ago. Those doorways were beyond the no trespassing line, blocking the way.
히스클리프, 필요 이상으로 복도를 걷진 않는 게 좋습니다.
Heathcliff, I recommend against walking further into the corridor than necessary.
그렇게 말하니까 굉장히
That makes it
수상한데.
sound awful suspicious.
수상할 것은 아무것도 없습니다.
There is
파우스트의 말을
nothing
듣는
of
편이
which to be
좋습니다.
suspicious. You are better off listening to Faust.
뭐 금은 보아라도
What?
숨겨놨나?
You keep treasures or something in there? Faust's secretive attitude was enough to rouse his curiosity.
히스클리프, 하지
Heathcliff,
마세요. 후회할
do
겁니다.
not do it. You will regret your action.
모르던 사이에 많이 감정적으로
Got
변했네.
well emotional and gobby, eh, Miss Cleverest?
마치
It's like
진짜 뭘
you're
숨겨놨다는 듯이
actually
말이야.
hiding something in there. He sprinted into the dock before he could stop him, and then he just gets killed by something, and we have to revive him. Okay, I'm not so sure about that. What's in there? Just as I was about to ask Faust an obvious thing to be concerned over. Oh, maybe I'm right. Heathcliff's sharp scream echoed from the unlit area, far into the corridor.
단테, 지금부터 제 왼손을 잡고 저를 따라서 달리세요.
Dante, now is the time to take my left hand and run with me. Rip, Heathcliff, you were good scenario while we knew you. So sad we'll never get your backstory. What? Huh?
제 시간 안에 끌고 나오려면
I won't be
저
able to get
혼자로는
him out
부족해요.
in time on my own.
저도 삼켜줄
I
수
may be
있으니까요.
engulfed myself if I don't act quickly. Before I could process what she meant, Faust ran off in the direction Heathcliff disappeared. Shakarunis. Wait for me. Ooh. As we crossed the line and proceeded deeper into the corridor, we came across a three-way crossroads. I think I heard screams coming from the middle. However, without a moment's hesitation, Faust started for the left aisle. Faust! I know you're in a hurry, but are you sure this is the right way? Could have sworn I heard his voice coming from the center path.
알아요.
I know. Maybe we're not even headed for him, we're headed for something else. But maybe we are headed for him. I don't know. Without elaborating further, Faust continued running. At another folk we encountered, Faust chose the right path. Right afterwards, she entered the fifth door on the left side of that hallway. What is this? Right as I entered, another hall came into view. Its end was like a cliff. To be more precise, I felt some kind of gravitational pull trying to get me to fall at the end of the hallway. Heathcliff! Then I saw him. He crawled toward it with all his might from the middle of the hallway, as if he might fall the moment he let go.
뭐야 이것들은 여기는
What the hell is this place? And this place? Even though I couldn't see much in the dark behind him, I definitely felt some presence in it. Faust, what's over?
단테, 열린 이 문의 손잡이를 꼭 잡으세요. 제 손도 꽉
단테,
잡으시고요.
I want you to hold the knob of this door tightly. Firmly grip my hand as well. Holding my hand securely, she gradually approaches Heathcliff. This hallway isn't tilted or anything, is it? Why does it feel like we're hanging off a cliff?
그야, 복도니까요. 단테,
That
손을
is
놓치면 안 돼요.
because we're in a corridor, obviously. Dante, do not let go. Reminding me to hold it fast, Faust extended her other arm while holding his right hand.
히스클리프, 이걸 잡으세요.
Heathcliff, grab this if you would. You're correct. Apple is another way to spell apple.
미쳤냐? 그 커다란 칼날을 쥐며 손이 잘려나가잖아.
Oh, you mental! My hands will get gashed if I try grabbing the giant
손이
blade.
깊게 베이는 것으로 끝나는 게 나을 텐데요.
If this isn't the most foreboding thing, you'll much prefer deep wounds on your palms to what you can suffer down there. Wow. Baffled, Heathcliff looked at the sword and then the darkness behind him. Bag you!
단테, 당기세요. 힘껏.
Dante, pull him up. Might and main. Got it. What word sounds fancy that you just like saying? For me, it's indubitably. Interestingly, Shadow, that actually brings up an interesting point. I'm going to say, okay, this first part of this little fun fact is, it sounds like I'm bragging. I'm not. I have a pretty good vocabulary as just for English words that I know and such. But I actually don't say a lot of those words because people already at times have a hard time understanding my accent. So I actually keep a lot of the words I say down to already more commonly. Consciously, I make a conscious effort to not use less common words in my language because people already have a more difficult time understanding me than they do understanding others. Right as we pulled Heathcliff up. No, I'm not sure it's even right to say that we pulled him up. But nevertheless, Faust hoisted his unconscious body by the legs and started rushing, saying that we need to return the way we came. Following her lead, I supported his arms and trailed behind, keeping his head from dragging along the floor. After burning some time,
더 깊은 곳에서 방향을 잃기 전에 이렇게 돼요. 차라리 다행이라고 할까요?
here, let us say that it is fortunate he wasn't lost in a deeper area.
단테,
Dante,
시계를 돌려줘야겠습니다.
you will have to turn the clock. Heathcliff's gonna be okay, right?
정신적인 피해가 심할 겁니다. 이대로 미쳐버리면 업무에
The
지장이 크겠네요.
psychological damage is likely to be severe. Our oak will be encumbered if he loses his mind. I didn't have a choice.
수고했습니다, 단테.
Good work there,
얼마 없는
Dante.
휴식 시간이
While
줄어든
it
건
is unfortunate
안타깝다고
that we have
생각하지만
lost a portion of our limited break time to this. Faust? Just what's in there? Where does it lead? Can't you tell me at this point? I've seen that stuff now. It was only natural that I want to know. What resides there? And what was chasing Heathcliff? Moreover, why did it never show itself to us? And why did it vanish instead of chasing him any further? These questions were driving me crazy. But alas,
처음에 말했듯 파우스트는 말할 수 있는
as
것이
stated
한정되어
earlier,
있답니다.
there are limits to what Faust can elaborate. Yep, I honestly didn't expect much.
북도 알모사.
The corridor, you, IF. She said IF earlier, didn't she? I don't think I know what was the... Ryoshu muttered with a cigarette in her mouth, walking past us both. She must have left her room while we were out on our rescue mission. However, Faust proceeded as if not a soul had just walked by, as if nothing was just said. Huh?
버스 부서에 갑작스런 공석이
It is
생길 거란
assumed
걸
to be
막아주셨으니
insolent fool. I like that insolent fool. You did prevent a sudden vacancy in the best apartment.
보상은 아니지만
Though I wouldn't
하나 정도는
exactly call it a
알려두는
reward.
것도 후일을 위해 나쁘지 않겠다고
I
생각합니다.
do suppose it isn't a bad idea to inform you of one thing. Oh? Let me hear it. The unexpected boon had me rubbing my hands together. Right. What will she tell me now?
단테, 처음 가는 길을 찾을 때 당신은 어떻게 할 건가요?
Dante, when you traverse a road you have never walked before, what do you do? I mean, you use a map, obviously.
그렇죠.
That's
그리고
right.
지도가 없더라도
Then even
머릿속에
if
지도와
you
같은
don't
표상이
have a
생길
map,
테고요.
your brain will form images to serve as one. Oh,
그렇다면 지도 안에는
from there,
확실한
on
시작점과
that map,
도착점이
there will be
존재하겠군요.
a starting point and a
그럴 때는
destination
그걸
clearly
더듬으며
marked.
거슬러
When you
올라오겠죠.
return from your trip, you will trace back through that way. It's so obvious I don't need to verbally answer. I just nodded along. Hopefully
대답이
that makes
되었겠죠.
it clear enough. Huh?
그러니 북도에서는 특히 문을 열 때는 시작점을 기억하세요.
This is why you should remember where you've started in the corridor, especially when you open a door. Flabbergasted by the abrupt end, I blurted.
파우스트는 이제 피곤하답니다. 그럼
Now then, Faust has grown tired. Do take care. She walked through the door before I could say anything, leaving me with a riddle. Of course it would go like this. I sighed out of frustration, but not a breath of air expelled from my pitiful clock. Still left powerless. All I can do is boot up this electronic notebook and piece together what little information I have collected. Would you rather have $1 or $100? Put that simply, without any other conditions, $100. Okay, I think we'll like start this the beach episode next time we get to Limbus company. I think here's a good spot just now. Okay, I should actually I should just get 2 of these. Better than nothing. No $1 is not something. SEA. Well, I suppose start that next episode. Next episode. What am I saying? Next stream. Dalag, you can speak, can't you? What else? Which won't be next. Won't be this week is what I mean. It might be next week. I have this week's schedule out if you haven't seen it. We're finishing though. At the end of the week we'll be playing some more Genshin Impact. I think we're getting to the finale of its big storyline that we're on, which is what are streams if not episodes of game. Yeah. It's basically an episode, but I never called them episodes, so it's kind of weird that I did there. Yeah. We're getting. Honestly, I think next Genshin Impact stream at the end of this week will be really big. We also have a stream tomorrow. It is a Divinity Original Sin 2 collab stream where I do a collab with some other streamers. I'm kind of playing the tour guide through one of my favorite games, trying to guide them through it. It's a fun game. I don't think it's a great thing to watch people stream, but it's one of my favorite games of all time. So not my favorite, but it's like top 10, maybe top 5 even. And I hope everyone has enjoyed today. And until next time, please do try and have a blast for me. Bye.